Hey, what's up? It's Akeyles, and today we're doing a recap of the Tournament of Power. I have a few special guests, and I'm gonna go ahead and let them introduce themselves. Starting off with Krim.
Yo, hello. Name's Krim. Favorite character? Be Vegeta or Frieza. Always been a sucker for the bad guys.
So then we're gonna go straight to Naughty Ninja Kyler.
Hey, what's up? Okay, so my favorite characters are probably Frieza and Jiren, obviously, because he's awesome. All right, well, there's that. Jiren's amazing. Fight me. He did go like a bitch, though, so damn. Anyway.
Alright, and then the Dream.
Hey, I'm Ken Sean. My favorite character is Gohan. Of course, I've always been my favorite character for the longest, and I've started to jump onto the Android 17 bandwagon.
Okay. And myself, I'm Akeyles, and for the longest, I didn't have a favorite character. I didn't actually get my favorite character until the Buu Saga, and it's also Gohan. I saw how much powerful how much powerful he got, and then the unlocked potential thing was really interesting for me because I was like, was that his human side? Like, you know what I mean? Is that like a power only humans can get? And then he also has like the Saiyans. So I was thinking there'd be like a cool hybrid thing that they would do with him. I always thought. So we're gonna go ahead and just get into Tournament of Power. There's a lot of things that happen. We're probably not gonna cover it all. So we're just gonna talk about favorite parts and our most hated parts of the Tournament of Power. I'm gonna go ahead and let Kyler start it off. So go ahead.
I think I really enjoyed the back half a little more. I definitely enjoyed when it was more focused on Jiren. Personally, I just found it to be interesting. I think it was cool to see these guys face a foe that was, I mean, literally untouchable for most of the time until like the last couple episodes. Full powered attacks, 4v1, 3v1, and just couldn't touch them. So it's kind of interesting to like how the heck. I mean, because we had a feeling, obviously it's Dragon Ball that the heroes were going to win, but like how are they going to do it? Because they can't even get a hand on this guy. So yeah, that's gotta be my favorite part of the tournament.
And to be honest, my thing with Jiren, my main gripe with Jiren is that his universe was on the line, and he could have probably ended the whole tournament within like the first 5 minutes. He just chose to stand there, and I don't know. That really gripe with me because he allowed Goku to just get more powerful and powerful, and I felt like once he saw Goku starting to like get his power up and stuff like that, he should have eliminated him immediately.
Well, that's one of the major problems with Jiren is the power level and stuff that they made him too big. Because you're right. I mean, if he had gone full power, he would have blown everybody off the stage moment one. So it was a little ridiculous because you're right. He just toyed with him and let Goku get stronger and stronger until the inevitable downfall. So it didn't make a whole lot of sense, to be honest. So.
Oh, Kenshin, did you want to say something?
I think everybody's biggest gripe to the main Jiren too powerful, and I think everybody can agree on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With what they did with them, for sure.
Yeah, and my major gripe with the Tournament of Power is just how inconsistent everything was. And I know it's like a common thing since Dragon Ball Z for them to be like inconsistent on power levels or inconsistent on things, but I feel like this Tournament of Power like took it to a whole new level. They wrote in that Vegeta used all his power, and then all of a sudden he's like fighting Jiren and like giving away his power. And Goku, every 5 episodes, he ran out of energy. Like, how do you run out of energy within a span of like 30 minutes? Like, I don't understand. You ran out of energy 5 times in 30 minutes.
The biggest issue with that is they wrote them. Whoever decided on the no flying thing and the no items thing really screwed the writers, because that was the first time any writer in Dragon Ball had to deal without having sensu beans. So back in the day, that's what happened. People got beat up, they got destroyed, they got beaten within an inch of their life, but there's Krillin with his bag of sensu beans. Here, have one, stand back up, you're fine, get back out there, you get beat up again.
Yeah. I'm
They
definitely
didn't have an
feeling
excuse
that.
for that now.
Because if they would have at least had them have some sensu beans, then this would have made it a lot more sense. It would have been like Jiren would have beat him out of his life, but he was able to get his powers back and like go further and heal, because he would have got stronger every time he took a sensu bean. Of the saying, you know,
Yes.
if you're about to die, then you know you get stronger if you recover. So
Which is a good argument for why people kept getting, well, for why Goku and Vegeta kept constantly getting stronger in the tournaments, because they kept constantly, well, not Vegeta so much, but Goku kept constantly losing.
he was
So,
taking L's left and right.
I know you don't want to cover the whole series, but if you look back, he's beaten one person this entire time, and it was like a nobody. He hasn't won the entire Super Show once. Actually, most of the villains have been taken out by a third party.
So Kenshan, something you liked, something you didn't like?
There's a lot of moments. There's a lot of small moments that I actually like. I'm a Broly fanboy, so seeing Kale transform for the first time actually got me really excited. It's actually pretty fun just saying that.
To be honest, I hate Brawly.
Whoa.
Just because of his motivation to hate Kakarot. His motivation, like Goku was crying, so now we're gonna go search him down and try to kill him. But continue.
Another moment. It's actually really small moments. Remember when Piccolo had a moment with Nell and Kami?
I know what you're talking about. When they were fighting against the other Namekians.
Yeah, and just seeing that moment, seeing Gohan. That's probably That's probably my favorite moment.
Do you need a moment to think about Gohan?
Yes,
Do you need a moment alone?
I had to.
That was the one thing though. In the tournament, in the anime tournament, everybody got like either their shine. They did something. They did something good. Like everybody did something cool before they either got knocked out or they sacrificed themselves. So I thought that was cool.
Right. The only thing I actually didn't like about the term was the robots in the whole universe. I really wasn't too much of a fan.
Oh, the ones that like fuse together.
Yeah, I wasn't too much of a fan of that. Other than that, everything else, I keep mentioning about time, but I kind of got over that by now.
They have like a soft like explanation for time, saying like, you know, they're moving so fast. That's why they can't. You know, that's how they can do that so many episodes and so many times, because it's so fast. Which I understand. Krim, something you like?
I'll start with what I didn't like, and that was, I would say, Kenshin just said how everybody got their moment. Barely did they get their moment. Like Tien and Krillin. Krillin's moment came before the tournament when he was training, and he didn't really get to do anything. But he was the first one eliminated, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that. Yeah, Krillin did dirty. 18 really didn't do much besides be like a sidekick to 17. Tien had one fight, and that one fight existed so he could do a bunch of Dragon Ball nostalgia stuff, like multi-form and 6 arms and all that weird stuff. Again, Piccolo, his one moment was a conversation with 2 spirits in his head. That's like, yay for nostalgia. Ooh. But like, I wanted to see him fight somebody. I wanted that. There was literally 49 people in this tournament, and 17 knocked out, I think 22 of them. Yeah,
he got a lot.
And then Vegeta has like another 10. Frieza's got like another 10. Like, I know that didn't add up, but like, nobody did nothing in this entire tournament. There's the no-name people we didn't even get names to that just got eliminated, and then there's the people we did know names to, but only 2 of each universe mattered. Like, it was a lot of potential there, and that they just didn't work with.
Well, I think Piccolo had a moment with Gohan where he was doing the charge thing, or when they were fighting the mechanics. I felt like that fight was really great, or that moment was really great for Piccolo.
No, it was. I feel like everything went by. I said this when we spoke about in private. Not it wasn't recorded or anything. The very last episode felt like there needed to be more. I needed another 5 minutes with Universe 4 to like wrap up their feelings. I needed another few minutes with Universe 11 to wrap up their feelings. Mm-hmm. And I feel like they did that with a lot of the moments in the show. Like,
I think it's
you
too
know,
much time.
they need, it happened in a span of 10 minutes. Like, oh, cool, we're finally gonna see Gohan and Piccolo fight, and it's like, oh, the fight's over.
Yeah, but it kind of made me mad because they gave Master Roshi like almost a whole episode.
They did, and
yeah, exactly.
At the end of, I kind of wanted Master Roshi to die, just like just so there could be something heart-filled, like some kind of consequence from this tournament. You know, from Goku playing around, even though what Goku did ultimately was the greater good, and I don't understand why all the other universes hated him, because ultimately they said they were going to erase those universes anyway, but now we're going to spare one. So like Goku kind of did everybody a favor, gave him a chance to live, and everybody was hating him. But I still wanted like Goku to be like, oh man, if I didn't do this, maybe Master Roshi wouldn't have died. And we didn't have any like consequence from, you know, Universe 7 like that. And even when they thought Android 17 like self-destructed, which I knew was bullshit, but
yeah, I'm still kind of mad about that.
You know, it wasn't even, there was no, you know, that wasn't it. There was no, you know what I mean? There was no kind of conflict there.
Yeah, I understand that. I'm a little mad nobody died throughout the whole tournament too. Like why? Like I guess, like yeah, there's no killing rule, so going into it, I mean, I guess they didn't want anybody to think there was going to be death. But like, I would have rather seen somebody get eliminated for going a little too far.
I feel
that would have been interesting for sure.
I feel like that would have been the whole Master Roshi episode. I was like, oh man, this is really dope. And another thing that pissed me off is like Goku was sitting there playing around with the dude, with the goo guy. It's like he didn't wait. He waited to Master Roshi was about to die, and then he just turned Super Saiyan Blue and went instantly to him. Like why are you playing around? Why didn't, you know he's finna die? Why didn't you go over there sooner?
That's just fake tension. That's all that is.
But that definitely would have been my favorite episode if he did die, because it would have made me feel.
Yeah. Again, I said to Kyler too the other day. Super is much more a all-around children's show than Z or Dragon Ball was, because back in the the late '80s, early '90s, most anime was just. It wasn't anime for kids. It wasn't anime for adults. Anime was anime,
right?
You know, and there was anime with blood and death, and there was some without. And now, because they have to sell toys and T-shirts and stuff, they don't want to kill off any of their properties. They're not going to kill 17. He just became the most popular character in the show in the past 3 months.
Yeah, I think that's where I got twisted with Super. Is I had fell off of Dragon Ball a while back, so I had to, kind of catch back up. Super kind of drive me in, and so I'd watched all this other anime, so I'd put more into Dragon Ball than I should have. And it's like Grim saying, it's a Saturday morning, anime. It's a kids show, and I just got way too invested in it, being like, oh, what twist, what turn, what are they gonna do? And it ended up being like pretty typical. So
it did, and again, and that's nobody's fault. I'm not going to say the fans expected too much. I'm not going to say the writers let anybody down. It was just a shift in the tides that people are still coming to terms with.
But also, why not change? Why can't you innovate? Like, why do you just have to be, it's always been this way. Why we keep doing it? Like, why not? Why not throw something in that's like, whoa, holy crap. Like, damn. I don't know.
That's my problem with Super. Like, as a whole, I felt like, especially with Shonen Jump, they've been innovators for they've been putting out great animes. Not Naruto, and they get better and better. Like look at My Hero Academy. I was just after seeing so many great animes, not mainstream, non-mainstream. I thought when Super was coming out that they were gonna evolve, and I felt like
right.
It like Super didn't evolve. It's more of just like a nostalgia trip.
I say Super, like it just stayed the course. It didn't take enough risks.
Definitely.
Like if it was taking a risk, then I would get like, okay, at least they're trying instead of playing it safe.
It's also Super. It's being written by Totaro and it's being animated. It's being made by people that grew up idolizing it. So that's a lot of the you know what I mean? They see what they saw a long time ago and they want to emulate that rather than write something new or do something new. Had there not been a 12-year break in Dragon Ball, we might have gotten the Dragon Ball Super that we all kind of expected or wanted. But it's been so long, and like I said, I hate saying it, and I hate bringing money into everything, but it's just to sell Goku T-shirts and $40 action figures.
I agree.
And the game.
Oh yeah, that game. But let me not digress. Whatchamacallit? I kind of felt the same way. I was hoping that maybe this first season is just more of a cash grab, and like I don't know if I'm being too optimistic, but I'm hoping like this next season.
When you say this first season, do you mean the last 130 episodes?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I mean. That whole one season. I feel like I'm being optimistic when I'm thinking that this next season is going to be better, and I don't think I should think like that, because I think it might most likely is going to be the same, but
it's just gonna be fan service, man. It's gonna be fan service.
I'm gonna keep my heart where like I'm gonna hope, I'm gonna sit there and hope. I'm gonna watch these episodes. I'm gonna cross my fingers. I'm gonna be like, it's gonna get better. It's gonna be something deep, some kind of twist, something.
God bless you, man.
See, I agree, Akeyles. Like that's getting me, because I'm always doing that, and then I'm gonna be like, oh, fine, you're gonna have Kinshon that to bring me down. But I feel the same way. Like I want to see it's gonna draw me in. I'm gonna get disappointed. So hopefully not, but probably.
Yeah, because that's what got me to Goku Black, because there was just so much twists and stuff, and like seeing Bulma die was like, oh wow, I didn't need to see that, but that was awesome.
Oh yeah.
That was also like the worst arc in the show, though, in terms of writing and retcons and power leveling and all that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, but it was interesting, to me anyway.
I agree, but at the same time, I know I fell asleep in a few of those episodes.
It was Goku Rose that like took the shine out of my eye. I'm like, they really just gonna turn my favorite passion in my pastime into the fucking Power Rangers. This is the Sentai squad of Super Saiyan now. What is this? Nobody was buying blonde action figures anymore. They want pink-haired action figures. Is that what it is?
I was finding that interesting. I was thinking that the whole hair color are kind of like how Brawly is green. I was thinking maybe different feelings give them different strength. Maybe a love will, like, if they did like a Brienne saying, maybe he'll be like extremely strong.
Oh, so instead of Power Rangers, they'd be lanterns. Okay.
Close enough.
And I think our color too. So I don't know how many more they got in there.
I mean, unless they come out and actually, they're done, because like you said, Broly's green, and then they've got the other primary colors, like they were done.
That's right. Yeah.
Purple is the only Super Saiyan left.
Yeah, and they was gonna get that to Vegeta, but they just made a darker blue.
Shiny, whatever.
It's shiny.
Or whatever.
I mean, if you get past Ultra Instinct, at that point you're an angel, right?
is interesting. Was there anything else about the tournament that we missed? Anybody wanted to say any other part? Oh, I have one part that I absolutely hated, and that was Jiren's character change. I feel like that was like the most garbage I've ever seen in my life. Like, he went out of character from like this ultimate guy who only cared about power, and he went to just attack Goku's family just so Goku could get mad and say that famous line, "I will never forgive you," just for Goku to hesitate at the end and not.
And that made no sense. And
But,
also the bromance between Topo and Jiren, I didn't get that either.
Yeah, they tried to make it like Topo is the only one that truly understands Jiren, but that would be fine if Jiren reciprocated it all. But Jiren, even with the show ending, I don't think Jiren gives a damn about anybody in the whatever they're called. The
Super Squad.
Yeah, you know, the group. I don't think he cares about that group at all. Like, he's probably about to pull a Sasuke and leave the village to go find himself. Like, that's what he's doing now.
Always gotta bring that. But the other character change, though, because Geekdom pointed out in his video, and I kind of missed it, but at the end, when they're in the city after they got resurrected, I think it's Topo, I don't remember the line, but he makes a comment about that he did it for his friends or something like that, would contradict our character up till now, which has been Lone Wolf and him mocking Goku for the whole friend thing. But that's another contradiction, unless that was just a throwaway line or something. But
I see the way I interpret that is like an 8th grade English class. You know what I mean? Like, they read a line and have every kid interpret it their way, when really it's just a line. Like, there's no deep meaning about friendship. It's in that whole situation. Jiren didn't give a damn about anybody. He fought some guy who gave a damn about everything, and now he's a little shook. He didn't have a complete change of heart. He's just, okay, so maybe I was wrong.
I was thinking, like, maybe I should start giving a damn about people. Maybe that'll make
but that's what I said. That's what I said. I compared him to Sasuke. It's gonna be 20 years till he gives a damn. He's gonna go have kids with people and then leave again because he still don't understand if he loves people or what.
Okay. Tyler, did you say what you hated or what you liked?
I said what I liked. I didn't get to say what I hated.
Okay, go.
Yeah, my biggest problem with the whole tournament, and it's mainly, once again, the Jiren part, just the power level. Well, the energy part, for one, where they kept, like you said earlier, they kept saying, oh, he's out of energy. Like, the people one was the most blatant, where they literally said at the end of the episode, he has no power left, and at the very next episode, at the beginning, he just powers right back up. So that kind of stuff, it makes sense. But really, it was the power level of Jiren. Such a godlike figure. I mean, once again, they're full powered attacks, and their biggest forms or whatever, 4v1, 3, and they just couldn't lay a hand on him, right? And even when Goku went Ultra Instinct, Jiren was still in his base form. He wasn't doing a ton. And then when they get closer to the end of the episode, it's just like they just started just unraveling Jiren, and it was frustrating to the point where at the very end they're in form, and he was powered up at that time. I believe it didn't make any sense. They made him a powerhouse, and then at the end they were just like, well, let's just weaken him, for no reason. I think everything off. For me, it was hard to come back from that. It was hard to that point because it was plot armor, essentially. It was the writing that it didn't make sense. I didn't like it.
I also thought there was going to be more to you remember the first time he fought Goku when he won, he had to go meditate for like a bit. Why? What was that? Was that just them trying to write in a way of him saying he's done with the tournament, he doesn't care? Was that all that was?
I completely forgot about that.
Or did that matter? Did he regain energy?
Yeah, me too.
Did that get interrupted so he didn't get his energy back? Like, what the hell was that?
Yeah, I completely forgot all about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he beat Goku. Goku was in a hole, ready to pass out. Frieza gave him some energy, and Jiren just sits there floating. Again, he was floating, mind you. Okay, we won't get into that. He was off the ground. His feet were off the ground for moments.
Yeah, I didn't understand. Like, if this is your universe, if you lose, your universe is gonna, like, why aren't you doing something during the whole match? Why are you just standing still? Why are you letting your teammates fall off the edge? Like, why? Like, I don't understand people's motivation Jiren's motivation in this whole match. Like, he should just ended it.
And I think it would have also, what was he gonna wish for? Like, I think that would have put a lot to his character if, like, he had an act. Nobody in this turn, everybody wanted to live. Nobody, like, was trying to win for any other reason than trying to survive.
Yeah, like, that's why.
So
yeah, and then they even, like, towards the end, they try to motivate him, like, you get a wish if if you win.
like, he didn't know that. Right?
And my question, so if Goku, Frieza, and 17 just pushed Jiren off the edge, did all three of them get wishes? Or was it just one of them? Like, I didn't understand that.
Oh, right, because if there had been multiple winners.
Had they all gone out at the same time?
No, he's saying if there had been multiple winners. Like, what if the three of them had just knocked Jiren off in one? Would Frieza have gotten a wish, Goku, and 17?
I'm sure there some rule that we didn't know, just like with the Grand Prix said, had they made a selfish wish, everybody would have been erased, something we didn't know,
okay, yeah.
Or something.
I take back what I didn't like about the series or whatever, about the tournament. That's it right there. That's it right there.
Well, I thought it was the Whis Frieza thing. I thought that bothered you the most too, though.
When Whis can just bring people back to life. That's, again, whatever. Everybody, every time I say that, everybody's like, "What do you mean? He's an angel. Of course he can do that." Like, they've said that or something. Okay, sure. You write the show.
Rules?
I'm the dumb one. Okay. But yeah, and then the Grand Prix just being like, "Oh yeah, you lucky."
Dragon Ball's important.
That's what I'm wondering. I'm wondering if the angels can grant wishes too.
That's what a buddy of mine said. We were discussing the other day. He thinks that Whis is just going to be the new Dragon Balls, from now on. Like, they need something done, they're just going to ask Whis instead of the Dragon Balls.
I mean, he's the hyperbolic chamber.
Because they're irrelevant now that Whis has that power.
Right, but to what extent can that happen? Because, like, can he, like, if somebody blows up the planet, can he bring the planet back? Can he bring the planet? Is it like within 3 minutes? Could he bring the planet back?
I think
that wouldn't make sense for the Frieza thing, but
I think the rule he has, like, I think he can. They didn't have a limit. They didn't put a limit. They just put like I shouldn't go past this certain time. Is what he said.
Oh, okay, that's possible. Might have been a.
So he could. I don't know how. I think he can rewind this whole thing if he wanted to. He seems. Angels seem so powerful. Like,
well, yeah. Like, where does Angel's powers end and Xeno's start? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting. Like, what about the Grand Prix versus Zeno? Can Zeno do more than just a race? Like, can he fight? What are any of that? I mean, they just keep writing it in. I think they don't explain it so they can just keep, or not lock themselves in. They just be like, oh, we can do this now. The Grand Prix can do this now. Whatever.
You want to talk about them not having twists? That was a twist. That's a huge twist right now for me. Until they fix it or until that movie comes out. Up until literally Saturday, I figured the Grand Priest was the bad guy, or a issue they would have to come across.
Yeah.
And as of right now, he's just he gave shady looks to the camera for no friggin' reason.
I think they're just to get theorists to talk about it. I think that's all it was.
See, that's another thing you have to think about, is like this show's being written in the day. Like the way they put out the spoilers and stuff for the past 2 weeks, they knew that everybody would be scouring every bit of information, so they wrote the spoilers just to trick the fans.
Yeah,
like,
I see so many things about Gohan going Ultra Instincts that.
But
All those theories.
See,
Gohan didn't do nothing. Gohan's gonna go back to not
No.
training.
well, he said he was gonna go back to training.
I don't believe it.
He said that after the Goku Black.
Did he say after
I
Goku
know,
Black?
but-
I thought it was during the tournament. I mean, right before the tournament. Yeah, that's after Goku Black.
Yeah, it was that. Yeah, because he was
more
putting
power
up
than him
with
for
that
fight
whole
again.
thing.
So.
But yeah, I don't know.
Um,
Again, Gohan is a very underutilized character in the whole show.
Okay. I think everybody everybody content because you can have more than one thing that you didn't like, more than one thing that you liked. Is everybody content?
Well,
He said-
this is the thing I didn't like, but it was just I thought it wouldn't talk about the Grand Priest, but it's like had the Grand Priest just throwaway line to some angel or something and had said that so the audience knew that about the wish twist. I think that would have added so much more tension, especially here in 17, talk about his wish and I think a few other, and realizing they were kind of selfish, not more attention to the show.
You know-
as well, it made it a little more interesting.
You know what about 17's wish? They have regular Dragon Balls. Why do they need the Super Dragon Balls to go on a trip? Like,
I think it was a red herring.
How does the Dragon Ball universe work? I mean, of course there's money because Chi-Chi's bitched about money and Goku getting a job. Of course, like things cost things. But he also lives on an island full of dinosaurs. Like, does he not leave that island, and would he not do so on a boat? Like, I don't. That was all silly. Like, they made him a hick. Like, yeah, man, just want to take a trip with my family and get off the ranch for a bit.
This tournament just made nothing more but more questions.
Really, it did.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm like, why do everybody need $10 million? Why aren't they just every year, just stacking up money, like from the Dragon Balls? Hey, can I get $1 billion from
Well,
Alright.
that and the briefs are infinitely rich. That just comes from Japanese culture, and like nobody asks for handouts over there. But like, if anybody actually needed money, I mean, Bulma makes the #1 product in the entire universe. Well, okay, sorry, in the entire planet. Like, everybody's got a pack of capsules in their pockets, from their cars to their houses to everything. Like, they got infinite amounts of money. I agree. 18's just greedy, man. She likes money. That's all there is. Like, 18 just likes money.
I'm pretty sure she can get a Dragon Scouter and just get money every time.
She could probably get one installed into her head.
Okay. Anything else before I move to the
There's
last?
another thing I thought of when we were talking about fighting. You can still hear me, right?
Yeah, you get it.
Okay. I just thought of when we were fighting that, but almost every time they're fighting the Pride Troopers, at least Dispo, Topo, and Jiren, it was mainly 2 to 3 v1, and I just thought about that. It took at least 2 or more. Sometimes they fought 1v1, but it took 2 or more to fight the
Troopers, yeah.
Right. And screw Jiren just being able to blow everything up with his power. Like, why not Dispo, Topo, and Jiren just team up? Like, that would have been another. Like, why did they not go to 2 on 2 or whatever? Like, that would have been another, because they're all individual. They were all like super powerful. Well, maybe not as much as Dispo, but they just let themselves lose. Jiren just watching Topo lose, watching whatever.
They're fighting like the
your
universe
universe
on the line.
Yeah, like
Well,
you're just casual about this. Like you're gonna lose money or something. Not your
That's
entire way of life.
That's a testament to Jiren's belief in himself, though.
Yeah.
Jiren never thought he was going to lose up until twice. The 2 times he was on his knees, he had never thought about losing up until that first moment he was on his knees and Goku was like, what happened? Goku passed out or something, right?
Then why wait to the time limit? Like, why not just fucking end it? But
Right.
But
Well, you could say the same thing about Ribrianne. Why didn't Ribrianne just grow to the size she grew on and roll around the place? Like,
but didn't she need the love from her universe?
I guess.
I
But
just
like,
thought it was
still,
the
there's plenty of
universe.
people with different techniques and stuff that like.
Who was that? Huh? What were you saying, Kitchen?
Oh no, I was just saying, rebringing the universe and the Pride Troopers, it should have like had like a pose off or something. That was a just for the fun of it. That's all I really want. I just want more interaction with different universes that we never seen, and how they would interact with each other, and how they just interact with Universe 7.
Okay. Speaking of, I guess, other universes, let's go ahead. Our final topic is what do we think, or where we think this universe is going? Dragon Ball Super. What's next? Sean, if you want to start, you can.
Well, I think we all know that Vegeta's going to go to Universe 6 and train with the other Saiyans. I'm pretty sure whoever comes back is probably going to focus more on the new Saiyans, the newer Saiyans, especially with Kel and Khalifa.
How much do we know about them exactly? I haven't really like delved into that much. I skipped most of Super up until the first tournament because it was all recap episodes. So like, I know they added some lore and some this and that, but like for the most part, the first 60 episodes are recapping 2 1-hour movies.
Well, I think that did maybe.
Just to answer his question real quick, the one thing that we do know is that they are naturally stronger than Goku and Vegeta, because Toriyama, he said that they're like Saiyans, you have like a mitochondrial, just like Star Wars, so they have like more mitochondrial, so that makes them easier to turn to Super Saiyan and easily stronger. But
he couldn't just go with like there's more gravity on their planet or something simple. That had to be science fiction.
Can you say he's a Star Wars fan? He has to be a Star Wars fan, right?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry to cut you off too.
I know. I was just want to say, Vegeta, when Kel first transformed, Vegeta said that this could be the first form or the natural form of a Saiyan or something like that.
Oh,
and that was the only time to mention it, and then nothing else. It's like expand on that.
it definitely.
That makes sense with how Toriyama sees it, because that's how he wrote Broly originally. He was the legendary, the first, the purest Super Saiyan. So, I guess that's possible.
Okay, Krim.
Yes, I just wish you. Go ahead, man.
I was just gonna say, Krim, go ahead and say what you think happened.
Well, my prediction for that movie is pretty much. I'm gonna go along with the internet right now and say it's Yamoshi, the god of Saiyans or whatever. I'm not gonna get into how he's alive or whatever, because he was frozen in an ice block for 50 billion years.
What do you mean? He's a god.
Okay, but what is that? But where's he been? What, you know what I mean? Like, they can't just have him keep, like, Beerus. You're gonna tell me Beerus just, like, he's been sleeping this whole time. So is that what the other guy's doing?
Let it nap.
Yeah, you gotta get that energy up.
I don't know. I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna say that's a thing. And I'm gonna say that doesn't get resolved by the end of the movie. And then that's where the show. And then I'm gonna give Kenshin there. Dream, yeah. I think they're gonna go. Vegeta's gonna go often, at least, and then I hope to see other universes as well, because there's the 4 or 5 that didn't participate because apparently they put Jiren to shame. So I'd like to see at least one of them, probably be a protagonist or an issue or a plot point at some time.
Okay. And Kyler?
Yeah, it's hard predicting realistically what I think will happen, because, like we said earlier, I'm kind of Dragon Ball. But they drop a lot of stuff, like the Jiren, I'll see you again. Like Krim just said, the other universes. Like I personally would love to see a Jiren has to team up with them to fight the other universes or something. Where we get to see him, on our side or whatever. In quotes, because I'm on his side. But yeah, and obviously I wanted Zeno and the Angel that kind of stuff. So like they drop all these things that could be so interesting and have like be amazing arcs, but then again they'll probably just do a, you know, how do we beat this villain? Oh, here we go, a new form. Okay, I beat this villain again. So there's my cynical side, but my optimistic side is like, you know, let's see more of that, please, and thank you.
Okay. I guess for my opinion, I'm gonna go with what I hope. I'm just gonna go with what I hope. What I hope
That's my boy.
is this movie will introduce a new bad guy. They will. He won't be fully powered. They'll push him away, and then they'll have to train. And then when they come to train, they have Gohan learning a new mystic level, probably all the way up to 7, just to be consistent with the game. And then
well, yeah, you know, that's totally possible too, not to cut you off, but because it seemed like with all the retcons, it makes it seem like the 2 Kai that we are getting all of our Kai info from aren't very competent as Kais.
Right.
So there could totally be more to the mystic than like some voodoo dance and a sword.
Right. So I'm definitely hoping we see more from the mystic side, because they said, like, in Super, he was like, I'm gonna find strength my own way. So hopefully he digs deeper into there. I'm also hoping that we see Oob, you know, the strongest human, or, you know, potentially the strongest human, and see him evolve and actually train to fight this new Super Saiyan God character. And I feel like Vegeta is definitely going to be off-world, and hopefully they don't just send him off-world. Hopefully we get like maybe like a side plot with him and the Saiyans fighting, you know, I don't know, their own thing.
A Universe 6 issue.
Yeah, Universe 6 issue where Vegeta, they're like, Vegeta, we need your help. And Vegeta goes over there and he kind of trains them, and they go through their own thing, and we get to learn about Universe 6. Is what I'm hoping. That way we can learn, like, this can like kind of expand past Goku, because that's one of my problems, is like so far it's been so centered towards Goku when they have so many interesting characters, which I wish everybody would get on par, you know, because everybody wants their favorite character to be just as strong as Goku. And Toriyama actually wanted to end Goku after the Cell Saga and have Gohan, you know, be the new show's protagonist. But because a lot of people complained about Gohan beating Cell and Goku going out the way they did when he made the Blue Arc, he decided, let's just bring Goku back and give the fans what they wanted, which I thought, you know, put a real damper on the show.
What fans? Oh, I was kidding.
because it's a basic bitch anime, so you have the basic bitch fans. And I watch anime, but it's only Dragon Ball, so they want the basic. Yeah, Goku's a hero, but Goku, honestly, to me, is the least interesting out of all the characters. Like, I can't say him. I think his personality is about as bland as Jiren, in my opinion. So,
yeah, I mean, his
kind of is.
His only thing is strength.
Yeah, in a different way, but similar.
Chaz, you made me actually think of something when you brought up Oob, which I hadn't thought about yet. I think the best thing for the series next would be a time skip. Give us 5 years, give us 4, 5, 6 years. So Oob's a little more mature. Make Pan, Goten, and Trunks age, and make Trunks give us the design from future Trunks, that like more tall, skinnier, in a capsule corp jacket design.
There's nothing more that I want than a teenage Gotenks.
That's literally the next words out of my mouth. Literally the next words out of my mouth. Teenage Gotenks. And then make him something, because he would be the only Super Saiyan 3 in the show. Exactly.
Yeah. And if they would have shown Goten Super Saiyan Blue, I'm pretty sure they would have went Super Saiyan Blue already.
Well, that's a training thing. You know what I mean? That's that you got to train with the key and understand the key. I don't know if they could do that now as kids.
I mean,
but again, with a time skip.
You don't think Super Saiyan 3 is a training thing?
I don't know if Gotenks
No,
go
they
super
did that with
cool.
luck. They literally were just like, "Oh, look what I could do," and screamed until they ripped a hole in the universe and dimensions. So no, Gotenks is Superman. Like they kept, like they were like, "All right, this is Gotenks. He could do this," and then the next episode they needed him to do something else, so he could just do that. That's fine.
What were you saying, Kitchen?
Plus, if Gotenks go Super Saiyan Blue, I might be done with the show.
No, teenage Gotenks though, not
Oh,
7-8-year-old
teenage.
Gotenks.
I still might be done with the show.
I don't know. I think a 15-year-old Gotenks would look cool, especially if
I mean,
like
yeah.
they kept his hair design was like light blue on the sides and dark blue in the middle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because the way they make his hair.
That actually might be something. Yeah.
So I guess we'll end it here. This was a nice conversation.
Yeah.
I'm thinking if I get like 15 likes on the video, that's for a lot. Maybe we can do either another anime or we can come back to the Dragon Ball, you know, in the earlier arcs, or you know, have another discussion like this because it's pretty fun. But go ahead, Krim. Go ahead with like an outro. Say hi, I guess. Whatever you want to do.
Yeah, I don't have too much social media stuff. So, name's Krim, mostly on PlayStation. Drop a comment if you want to play with us. We play games on PlayStation quite a bit. I'm usually always there. And definitely, if you guys hit that like button, I will be back to talk about maybe Naruto or My Hero or more Dragon Ball. Definitely.
Oh yeah, and if y'all want us to talk about something, go ahead and drop a comment down below, specifically on a certain anime, because it doesn't even have to be. Because I feel like, does everybody else like watch non-mainstream animes or something?
A little bit.
Yeah. And so,
Yeah.
I watch a lot of old ones though.
okay. So yeah, if they want us to talk about Cowboy Bebop or something, go ahead and drop that comment down below, and if we all watch it, we can definitely do. Naughty Ninja Kyler, go ahead and say what you gotta say.
Yeah, it's like Krim said, you know, come hang out. Acrobatic Ninja 33 is my PSN. I wouldn't follow me on social media. I'm pretty political, but yeah, I'd love to do more conversations. Maybe My Hero Academia. I have a feeling you might get a comment suggesting that. I don't know. You know, it's probably gonna happen. Most definitely. But yeah, it's a fun time. I Ninja out.
All right, and then the Team Ken, go ahead and say what you gotta say.
Yeah, thank you for having me. This is really cool, really fun. Like I said, we could talk about any anime. Like I said, I watch a lot of older ones, especially Akira. I actually want to talk about Akira today, but yeah, I really have a born social media and my PSN, the Dream 40. So
Okay, I will put everybody's PSN down in the comments below. Like I said, I want to thank everybody. I want to thank anybody who's got to this part, and we out.